Hi and welcome back. So in today's video we're going to make some coasters because we haven't made any for a while. I'm going to use these lovely moulds. As you can see, Wayne's doing the demonstrations. I love these moulds, sort of fluted edge to them. We're going to use some of this lovely iridescent glitter, which is from the range, and as usual everything that we use will be listed in the description box. And we're going to use some of this. Now this is some sand that we bought from a pet shop. I think it's supposed to go in if you have reptiles or lizards and stuff like that. It's supposed to go in the bottom of their it's not terrariums, is it? I don't know, vivariums, something like that. Anyway, we're going to use a new resin by Resin Pro. It's 1:1 mixing ratio, and yeah, so that's what we're going to do with this. This is the first time so we've used it. So Wayne's measured some out, mixed it up, and now he's adding in some scoops of this beautiful iridescent white glitter. So it's just stirring it in there gradually. As usual, make sure that you wear your gloves, you wear your respirator mask, work in a well ventilated room, wear arm protectors if you want to as well, and protect your clothing. You need to make sure you're taking care of yourself. So here we go. That big orangey coloured bag on the left is the sand. So he's just scooping in the sand there, just adding, not too sure how much to add at this point. So he's done a couple of, like, I suppose that's heaped teaspoonfuls into this, and just sort of going to mix it in. There we go. Mix it in thoroughly because I'm not sure. I mean, this is going to be heavier than glitter. It's going to feel different to when you're stirring in glitter as well. It is going to feel a bit grainy, like you'd expect sand to. So here's the first mould, and he's going to pour in a small thin layer to each of the moulds. Oh, a bit of something in there. Oh, look, there's my arm in the shot. Why is my arm in the shot, I'm wondering. Anyway, here we go. So he's just gently pouring it in. Gonna let it sort of make its way. He's just helping it round to the edge of the mould slightly, because you don't need a very thick coating of this, because this is going to be two coats of resin on this. And now he's going to use a heat tool. So this is the first time we've used this as well to do this particular step in the process. So he's just pushing that out to the edge with the aid of the heat tool. It's just helping to move the resin around and hopefully sort of distribute it equally around the mould. There we go. I'm just not happy with a couple of bits, so he's just using a stir stick there just to manoeuvre a little bit more of it. There you are. Obviously not happy with the coverage, so he's added a wee bit more there again. We are. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Give us a thumbs up, and it just helps to promote our videos, and you know, the YouTube algorithm likes that. We get more of a wider reach to different audiences all around the world, which is great. There we go. If you have any hints or tips on how to do this, or how to do this differently, or even, you know, with different products you've mixed in with resin, then why not let us know in the comments box. There we go. And then we can all share information, because this is the idea of this. We do a basic how-to with the hope that people will share hints and tips with us. So then, you know, if you decide to make these in the future, or we do them again, then maybe perhaps we can do them in a different way that's better than this way. So there we are. That was just a bit of a close-up of him using the heat tool. Being careful there, because obviously it's a heat tool. It's going to be hot. The end's going to be hot. Don't touch it. And when you put it to cool down, make sure that you use the rest if there's a rest, and unplug it. So decided, now this is about 12 to 18 hours later. They have cured. Still a little bit flexible. Don't forget, go careful, because this is a thin layer of resin. We haven't filled the moulds up at all. The sand has distributed quite nicely. I don't know if you can see bits of the glitter glinting away there. So decided, as we're going for the natural world theme, we were going to go with some jellyfish. Now these stickers are gorgeous. Now I'd like to say it was an easy choice, but we have so many of them, because I don't know if you are like us and you've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole when it comes to ordering things like this and found what is the wonderful world of Temu. Yeah, and got lots of different variations, different colours. And I mean, we have so many of these now that it was a difficult choice. There were just so many. So there we go. We've gone for this sort of shade. So it's like pale blues, whites, a little bit of a holographic outline to that. So it almost looks in this like, wow, that looks like it's got hints of red to it. But it's not the main part of the sticker. The main part is blues, pale blues, and white, and it's just literally the outline and the detailed bit that's been drawn in using that different colour ink or whatever it is they use to print these with, that makes it look in certain lights that it's either gold or greens or blues. So Wayne's just sticking down the other sticker there, just making sure that it's smoothed down, no air bubbles, and then moving on to the next one. There we are. So he did actually say to me, oh my gosh, he said, I had to stop filming, he said, because you'll see, I have an awful job trying to remove the the backing off of the stickers. Now, I think we showed this in a previous video, the issues that he has doing this. And I'm sure everybody does. I mean, I know I would if I was doing this. So he said he did in the end stop the video and go back and remove a corner of it and then come back to it and just press play again. Here we go, look. Oh, bless. Oh, dear. Anyway, yeah, just deciding on the positioning as well of where they would be, because, you know, they're not just going to be in straight lines. They're going to be, you know, at different angles. They don't all, I don't know if you've ever watched these in you know, on the nature programs and things, but they don't float, they don't just swim straight upwards or float through the water going straight upwards. They go sort of at angles, and the tentacles that hang down are at angles. They're not straight down. But of course, if you have a logic brain tells you that you should be putting them next to one another, and that they should be the same sort of thing. They should be equal distance, which was difficult to comprehend. So yeah, deciding which ones to put where at what angles, you know, it took a little bit of time. Obviously, you know, just make your decisions before you actually stick them down, because once they're stuck down, they're really stuck down. So once he'd stuck them down, all of them, in all 4 of these lovely coasters, he was going to coat them with a top coat of just clear resin. Again, this is the same resin as we've used throughout this project. And this seals in the stickers, and and fills it up to the top of the mould. So again, he's decided to use, just to push it out to the edges using the stir stick. This resin so far has been really good. It's, again, I think Tea Expert is always going to be our most favourite, but that's us, who we are. We'll make a few more projects using this particular brand, and then I think we'll decide which one we're going to stay with, if we're going to go back to Tea Expert or if we're going to use this one. But, you know, we'll see. We did find the J Diction was very, very thick. Very thick. And of course, we're not really used to using resins that have got quite that thickness. You can, of course, put your containers of the resin into a warm like bowl of water, obviously still in the containers, just to help you know, make them a bit thinner. But, you know, I mean, obviously you need to make sure that you're prepared well ahead of time if you're going to do that. There we go. So he's just pouring the third one. And then just helping the resin out to the edges of the mould, make sure he's got an even coverage. There we go. Ooh. And here's the fourth one coming up. So the idea was to give this a bit of a sandy bottom, ocean bottom, or the ocean floor. And just to have, you know, the accent with these lovely stickers of the jellyfish. We did think about going for shells originally, but then couldn't make our minds up. So in the end I said, let's just do some jellyfish. Let's do something different. We'll do some jellyfish. There we go. So I'm not sure if he's actually going to show you this in the demo, but he did spritz it with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol just to take care of any like little surface bubbles that had come up. But on the whole, this was almost completely bubble free. I think he did put it through our resiner's machine that we have for removing the bubbles. So here we are with the final shot. He did also outline them, as you can see, with some little silver chrome pen, which just gives it that additional little pop. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and we will see you again on Friday with another video. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.